Madam Speaker, I rise in support of my amendment, which would take a number of steps to address PFAS contamination, a significant issue in my home state of Michigan and across the country. These include requiring a national primary drinking water regulation for PFAS, strengthening disclosure requirements for manufacturers who discharge PFAS into our environment, and mandating that DoD comply with safe incineration standards for PFAS. My amendment would also ensure that the Department of Defense medical providers have the training they need to treat the effects of PFAS exposure. This provision could literally not be more straightforward. Quote, the Secretary of Defense shall provide to each medical provider of the Department of Defense mandatory training with respect to the potential health effects of PFAS. The potential health effects of PFAS exposure are serious. It has been linked to liver and kidney damage, thyroid problems, and cancer. Unfortunately, not all medical providers are familiar with the risks associated with PFAS exposure, nor the steps that should be taken for those who have been exposed. That's where the amendment comes in. With necessary training, Department of Defense doctors will be able to identify effects before they get worse and refer their patients for appropriate treatment. I'm glad we're making strides elsewhere in this NDAA to expand evaluation of our service members for PFAS exposure. This is something I've been fighting hard for. Our service men and women deserve to know if they've been exposed to high levels of these dangerous chemicals. This amendment builds on the important provisions and prevents some of the situations we've already heard about, whereby DoD firefighters are evaluated for PFAS exposure but not provided any additional guidance on what future treatment they should seek or side effects they should look out for. I'm particularly proud that this amendment has garnered support from both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican, because the health of our service members should not be a partisan issue.